G'day guys and girls, it's CaptainKarta and welcome back to Cold Waters. Merry Christmas to all of you fine folk out there. It's now Christmas Day, Australia time, and we are hunting down a convoy of supply ships on their way to Amsterdam. No, we're not. We now have a new contact, isn't that just great? Righto. Just make sure we stay at 600 feet real quick.
Peak depth 600 feet, dive by.
Okay. 84 decibels. Reasonably quiet. Where are these guys going to be?
At 600 feet, dive by.
Now they were on... I can already hear active sonar. So come on.
Con sonar new
Bingo.
contact bearing 159 designated Sierra 1.
You're a little off from where I thought you were going to be.
Con sonar new contact bearing
And Sierra 2.
173 designated Sierra 2. Con
Not
sonar
quite.
new contact
Sierra
bearing
3.
169 designated Sierra 3.
Alright, classifying Sierra 1 as Nox class frigate.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
We've struck a carrier group. Alright, classifying Sierra 3 as SX class carrier.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as capital ship.
And that would mean Sierra 2.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
There's another Nox class frigate. Righto. Helm. Bring us to right heading 180.
Come right to 180. Helm I.
Now what I want to do is I want to start locking these guys up very, very quickly. And I'm already getting a really good read on these guys. So what we may do, we'll see what we can do down here at 600 feet. It is nice and quiet. Hello? Oh no, it's alright, it's only the waves. I was just about to start panicking because I thought I saw something hit the ocean, hit the surface, but it's alright, it hasn't. So, we're swinging around in our Alpha. We've still got command of the Tiger, which is really, really good. We haven't lost the Tiger yet, and we've been, you know, playing this campaign in campaign time for like 4 months. So we've done rather well not to get sunk. We've gotten close a couple of times, but fortunately we haven't.
Steady course.
We haven't buggered it up yet. I am beginning to lock these guys up really, really quickly now that I'm using time compression. I've already got a heading course on the Nox. He is coming around this way, but I've already got the carrier. And I want that carrier first. He's at a distance of 14,000 yards. Righto. We're going to leave these as passive weapons, and I know he's going to need at least 2 to damage. So, Sierra 3, SX. Fire point procedures, Tube 1, target Sierra 3. Bearing 177, range to enable 7,000 yards, shoot Tube 1. Fire point procedures, Tube 2, target Sierra 3, bearing 180, range to enable 7,000 yards, shoot Tube 2.
Aye, sir.
Now, whether or not these guys hear these torpedoes or not, it's going to be interesting. I want to see where these two Noxes end up. But I want to retain command of the wires on both of those torpedoes. I need to retain command of the wires. Because if that SX does something silly, I need to be able to control where those torpedoes are going. So, what we need to do, these guys still have no, they know that something is out here, but they cannot positively identify what I am or where I am. And I know that because both these figures here for their active and passive sonars are both still in the negative. Sierra 2 is getting a slightly better read because I think, and at 72% solution, I reckon that's actually pretty gosh darn accurate. he is going to end up being, there's Sierra 1. And that's what I needed. I need to know where Sierra 1 was. Now I do. We're going to go for it. So, firing point procedures, Sierra 1. Sorry, try that again. As you were. Firing point procedures, Tube 3, target Sierra 1, bearing 159, range to enable 9,000 yards. Shoot Tube 3.
Shoot Tube 3. Aye, sir.
And as for Sierra 2, once I firm him up, we're going to take a crack at him. And he's definitely got no idea what I am or where I am at the moment. That Essex has made a turn, which I wasn't expecting him to do. He's turned to the north. Cheeky bastard. And I've lost solution on him because of my torpedoes. But what we're going to do, I may just leave those weapons at the moment. I need to lock onto this Nox. Now the bad news is I'm losing the Nox. Right, here we go. Boom, there's the Nox. Right, beautiful. Right, firing point procedures, Tube 4, target Sierra 2, bearing 154, range to enable 3,500 yards, shoot Tube 4.
Shoot Tube 4. Aye, sir.
Right, torpedo number 4 away. Now, there's our first 2 torpedoes. And we are going to manually steer them in our last known heading.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
No, I don't want you to acquire the Nox. I want you to acquire the carrier. There's the other Nox. Right, there's torpedo number 1, and there's torpedo number 2. And with any bit of luck, they should both find that Nox. As for torpedo number 3, I'm going to activate him. And torpedo number 4
Fire control, weapon
is
acquired.
already activated. And that one there is torpedo number 4. There we are. Bang, straight on to Sierra 2. Now the interesting question here is, will torpedoes number 1 and 2 track down the Essex? Because this guy here is in deep, deep shit. And he knows it. Because he's accelerating, he's now doing 26 knots and he's trying to run.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Right, that's Sierra 1 and Sierra 2 now locked onto. There's the torpedo heading for Sierra 1 right now. Sierra 1 is now shitting bricks because he's just realised exactly what's going on. And if he's not careful, he's actually going to stray into the path of torpedoes 1 and 2. I would rather that didn't happen because I really want them to go get that carrier. No, see, that's exactly what just happened. You got too close to their targeting cones. Whoa, okay. No, that carrier is there. Because it alternated between 1 contact and Sierra 1. That's interesting.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Ah, crap. It's not what I wanted to happen. I'm going to have to turn both my first 2 torpedoes away, which I really didn't want to do. Oh, we're about to get a confirmed kill. And
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 172. Contact breaking up.
sucks to be you, dude. Right, good news is I've now got a heading on that carrier again. Bad news is this other Nox is now going to be in a world of hurt. He's literally just watched his mate get torpedoed. And now I have lost visual on him. That's right. Torpedo knows what it's doing. As a matter of fact, if I do this and I go... And... right about... there he is.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 151. Contact breaking up.
Alright, reload tubes 3 and 4. There's the carrier. We found it. We found it. We found it. We found it. Right, torpedoes. Where are you? Way off. Right, turn to a heading of approximately 08. Rant. We found him. Right, you. That way. You there. Also go that way. And I'm going to turn those both a little bit more that way there. So these two torpedoes are now following the exact same track, and even better, there's our carrier. Now, it's no SX, but you know what? It'll do. It'll certainly do me. All I want to do is sink it.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
The problem is my torpedoes are a little slower than what I'd like them to be.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Except for when they lock on. Here's one. There they're both up. And number 2 will now be hot on its heels. Now, is this going to take more than 2 torpedoes? I seriously think it will. The SX is way too heavy to bring down with missiles. I mean, 33,000 tons. It's never going to do that. If we were a NATO submarine with something like, I don't know, say Tomahawks, maybe. But the piddly missiles that we've got on are just not going to cut it. And I don't even think this guy... oh, this guy knows that he's in trouble. I mean, you would sincerely hope that, you know, the carrier captain knows that he's being chased down by torpedoes, because if he doesn't, he's about to find out the really, really hard way. When he gets smacked in the backside by a torpedo. Interestingly enough, that didn't even slow him down. Second one might though. Oh, that was a big, that's a big list. Whoa. That was a big list over to the starboard side, so he's now going to be flooding. This is good news. Because what we can now do... now we're over here, we're coming up on his buddies. He's now 20,000 yards away. It's going to take a very long time.
129, helm aye.
I'm going to do something really stupid. Dive, make your depth 50 feet.
Make depth 45 feet, dive aye.
Close enough. Now, we're going to come up to periscope depth
Con, helm, steady course.
to drop these missiles. Now, I think exactly what's going to happen here
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
is that this guy is going to deploy countermeasures, and then he's going to run like hell. So what I want to do, I want one to go in flat, because that's going to be the one that's going to hopefully get eaten up by the chaff, and the pop-up torpedo, the pop-up missile is going to come down and slam into his deck and hopefully start a big fire. So, firing point procedures: Tube 1, target Sierra 3, missile, bearing 130, range to enable, 18,000 yards, shoot Tube 1.
Shoot tube 1, aye sir.
Firing point procedures: Tube 2, bearing 130, range to enable, 18,000 yards, shoot Tube 2.
Shoot tube 2, aye sir.
Dive, make your depth 1,200 feet.
Make depth 1200 feet, dive aye.
And when I get what I want,
Shoot tube 8.
all ahead flank.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep. Trust me, I was expecting to do exactly that. So we're going to ride on board with these missiles. I think this is the first missile. That's the first one. That's the second missile. So we're going to ride on with these guys.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 131. Contact faded.
What I'm expecting to happen is the first missile is going to get eaten. Hopefully the second one
Con
won't.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
Right, so that's passing about 800 feet now. That's the first missile taken out. I could be wrong. He may get the second one.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Yep, he got the second one too. What a bastard. And there's a helo up here. There he is. He's chasing the decoy, which is great. Right. You want to play those kind of games, buddy? That's not a problem.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Now I already
Con,
know.
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I already know that he can't be. He's only going about 20 knots at the moment because I've ruined his propulsion systems. I'm doing 40 knots.
Torpedo room, tube 8 ready.
I'm doing actually closer to 50 knots. So I'm going to catch right up on him, and hopefully I should be able to come up right alongside. Righto, you join me.
Come left to 035. Helm I.
As we literally almost pull up to the side of this carrier. He's now doing 20 knots again. Not for very long.
Shoot tube 1, aye sir. Shoot tube 2, aye sir. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I damn well hope
Con,
they do.
helm, steady course.
He's got no idea that I'm even here. And he is about to have a really, really bad day. Wonder if we can make this any better. I think that there's not a half bad photo. This is me. And this is my target. Mr. Carrier dude. I hate to say this, buddy, but you're not going to be happy with what's about to happen. Like, very
Con,
unhappy.
0, feet, dive by.
And that did him. Carrier is now breaking up. Which means we're going to get a spectacular shot of this.
Make turns for.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We are going to get a great shot of this.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
And wait for the cavitation to go, and then we can grab a nice, pretty screenshot. Right as the carrier completely disappears below the ocean. Right about there. I think that looks pretty damn good to be honest. We do have the slight problem of a pesky aircraft.
Come right to 148. Helm I.
Make depth 700 feet, dive by.
So we'll head down to 1600 feet.
1600
We'll reload with a couple of
feet, dive by.
torpedoes. And we are going to make one heck of a racket to
Con
get out of
sonar,
here.
we are cavitating.
Because the big part is, even if there is an aircraft in the area, the sound of him breaking up is going to cover any sort of sound that I'm going to be making. And we're going to stop cavitating any minute anyway, so...
Steady course.
There we go. Still aircraft nearby, that's fine.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Gadoosh.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Nope, there he goes.
Con
Completely on the ground.
maneuvering. Making
Passing 1,600 feet.
And then we just do what the Alpha 2 does. Slips away quickly and quietly. We were never even here. No need for obligatory torpedo beats. No need for anything. We sunk him. And of course it's not going to be my... Of course we're going to have excellent initiative and it wasn't our mission objective, but you know what? Yeah, we're Ruskies. We've got to kill something every now and again. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And if you haven't already subscribed, now is your time to do so. Also, check out the CaptainKarta Discord channel, a link for which is in the video description below. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with some more Cold Waters. I've been CaptainKarta. I'll see you later.